the private lives of the rich and famous were far darker than they appear. This year, a billionaire CEO was caught kissing his company's HR director on a stadium kiss cam, while both were reportedly involved with other partners. And that was only the surface. In this video, we explore 10 lesser-known celebrity cheating scandals, revealing alleged affairs, betrayals, and hidden relationships that disrupted careers, families, and public images. As you watch, let us know where you're tuning in from and what time it is, and please consider subscribing. Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, Angelina Jolie. Few Hollywood love triangles have carried the cultural weight of Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, and Angelina Jolie in the early 2000s. Pitt and Aniston were widely seen as Hollywood's golden couple, glamorous, steady, and almost mythically picture-perfect. Their marriage symbolized stability at a time when celebrity relationships often felt fleeting. Their 2005 divorce changed everything. Pitt's nearly immediate public connection with Angelina Jolie ignited intense media speculation, particularly over whether their undeniable on-screen chemistry in Mr. and Mrs. Smith was believed to have crossed personal boundaries during filming. Although all three repeatedly denied any infidelity, the swift transition from Brad and Jen to what became known as Brangelina deeply divided public opinion. Many rallied behind Aniston, viewing her as the wronged spouse navigating heartbreak under relentless scrutiny. Others were drawn to the sweeping, globe-trotting romance between Pitt and Jolie, whose partnership quickly became one of Hollywood's most talked-about relationships. For a time, their image suggested adventure, purpose, and shared ideals. Yet irony ultimately prevailed. Despite marrying in 2014 and being perceived as a powerful international duo, Pitt and Jolie filed for divorce just 2 years later, a reminder that even passionate, high-profile unions can fracture under real-world pressure. What do you think truly divided the public during this transition? Jesse James, Sandra Bullock. The story of Jesse James and Sandra Bullock remains one of Hollywood's most shocking examples of betrayal. When the beloved romantic comedy star married the tattooed motorcycle builder and television personality, many were surprised by the unlikely pairing. Yet for years, their relationship appeared stable, grounded, and quietly happy, projecting the image of a solid family far from Hollywood excess. That image collapsed in 2010, when multiple women came forward alleging affairs with James. As the accusations surfaced one after another, the scandal rapidly consumed media headlines. James issued a public apology to Bullock and to the public, acknowledging personal failings while attempting to control the narrative. The consequences, however, were immediate and devastating. Bullock, then at the peak of her career, found herself at the center of an emotional storm. She withdrew from major public appearances, including events connected to her Academy Award recognition, choosing privacy over celebration. Known for her warmth and approachable public image, she was now forced to confront betrayal under relentless scrutiny. Ultimately, Bullock filed for divorce and stepped away from the spotlight to focus on healing and rebuilding her life. The collapse of their marriage served as a reminder that even relationships that appear calm and authentic can unravel suddenly, leaving lasting emotional scars behind the scenes. Byron, Kristen Kit. The digital world erupted on July 16, 2025, when Byron, the CEO of the software company Astronomer, was caught in a compromising moment with Kristen Kit, the firm's HR director, during a Coldplay concert in Boston. Their unexpected kiss appeared on the stadium kiss cam, and the clip captured their reaction as they realized they were on screen. The footage spread across social media, reaching tens of millions of views. As the crowd laughed, their attempt to hide only intensified the spectacle. Online reactions followed immediately, turning the moment into a viral joke. Even Coldplay frontman Chris Martin made a light-hearted remark from the stage. What began as awkward humor quickly escalated into a serious corporate crisis. Byron, who was married to Megan Kerrigan Byron and had 2 children, and Kit, who was reportedly in a relationship at the time, were both placed on administrative leave by Astronomer's board. Just 3 days later, on July 19th, Byron resigned as CEO, illustrating how quickly reputations can collapse in the digital age. The incident soon evolved beyond comedy, becoming a meme as former employees shared stories about Byron's leadership. In an era where cameras are everywhere, the spotlight no longer belongs only to celebrities. Do you think moments like this should have lasting consequences? Gerard Piqué, Shakira. For years, the relationship between soccer star Gerard Piqué and global music icon Shakira was celebrated as a modern fairy tale. They appeared to embody a rare balance between sport and entertainment, fame and family. Together, they raised 2 children and were widely admired as an international power couple whose bond seemed to transcend age differences, culture, and public pressure. Their romance began after meeting during the production of Shakira's Waka Waka music video, a moment that only added to the mythology surrounding their love story. Over time, their partnership became symbolic of unity and shared ambition. However, in 2022, that image abruptly shifted when the couple released a joint statement announcing their separation. Soon after, rumors of Piqué's alleged infidelity began circulating, fueled by reports of late-night outings and an increasing distance from home. While many details were never formally confirmed, Shakira later described the breakup as the most painful experience of her life, suggesting the emotional toll was profound. Her words resonated deeply with fans who had long admired the couple's seemingly unbreakable connection. The separation unfolded under intense global scrutiny, turning a deeply personal rupture into a public spectacle. What once represented stability and partnership became a reminder that even the strongest-looking relationships can fracture when trust is compromised. Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore. The relationship between Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore was long seen as one of Hollywood's most unconventional yet admired marriages. Despite a notable age gap, their bond appeared deeply connected, often presented as honest, playful, and emotionally open, defying skepticism from the public and media alike. That image began to unravel when Kutcher was exposed for cheating on Moore with a 21-year-old woman he reportedly met at a bowling alley. The revelation stunned fans and marked a turning point in their marriage. In her memoir, Moore later described how Kutcher had grown increasingly distant, emotionally withdrawn, evasive about his schedule, and dismissive of her concerns. These changes, she explained, created the emotional space in which the brief but damaging affair took place. For Moore, the betrayal went beyond physical infidelity. It represented a profound psychological rupture that shattered the trust she had placed in her younger husband and undermined her sense of security within the relationship. Their marriage officially ended in 2013, closing a chapter that once symbolized defiance of Hollywood norms. The aftermath left a lasting impression on the public and a deeper emotional wound for Moore, who openly spoke about feeling blindsided, diminished, and heartbroken. In your view, can trust ever fully recover after such a betrayal? Levine, Behati Prinsloo. In 2022, the music and fashion worlds were shaken by allegations that disrupted the carefully managed image of Levine. The Maroon 5 frontman had long been viewed as enjoying a stable marriage with supermodel Behati Prinsloo, presenting a polished picture of family life and success. That perception shifted when TikTok influencer Sumner Stroh claimed she had been involved in a year-long online relationship with Levine. What intensified public reaction was Stroh's claim that Levine allegedly asked whether he could name his unborn child with Prinsloo after her. The suggestion sparked immediate outrage across social media, where many viewed it as deeply inappropriate. Levine later released a statement denying any physical affair while admitting to poor judgment and inappropriate communication during what he described as a regrettable period. The controversy widened as additional women came forward, sharing screenshots of flirtatious messages that appeared to follow similar patterns. Although Levine maintained that boundaries were never crossed physically, the cumulative effect damaged his reputation. His image shifted from charming rock frontman to a figure associated with repeated lapses in judgment. Meanwhile, Prinsloo, who was pregnant at the time with the couple's third child, faced the emotional aftermath under intense public attention. The episode highlighted how private missteps, even when disputed, can permanently alter public perception. Shania Twain, Robert John Mutt Lange. Among the most devastating betrayals in modern music history is the collapse of Shania Twain's marriage to producer Robert John Mutt Lange. Their relationship extended far beyond romance. It was a creative partnership that reshaped country pop, producing chart-topping hits and building a musical legacy that defined an era. For more than a decade, their marriage and professional collaboration appeared perfectly aligned. Together, they reinvented Shania's sound and cultivated an image of unity and shared vision that many believed was unbreakable. That illusion shattered in 2008, when the couple announced their separation following the revelation that Lange had been involved in an affair with Shania's close friend, Marie-Anne Thiebaud. The betrayal cut deeply, not only because of her husband's actions, but because it involved someone Shania trusted and welcomed into her inner circle. The emotional impact left her shaken, struggling with confidence, identity, and the future of both her personal life and career. For a time, she stepped away from the spotlight, uncertain whether she could ever fully recover. Over time, Shania transformed pain into resilience. Through reflection and healing, she eventually returned to music with renewed strength, reclaiming her voice and proving that even profound personal betrayal does not have to define a woman's legacy. Tristan Thompson, Khloé Kardashian. When loyalty is expected to be unwavering, the repeated betrayals involving Tristan Thompson left Khloé Kardashian facing an emotional ordeal played out in full public view. This was not her first experience with infidelity. Her earlier marriage to Lamar Odom had already exposed her to deep emotional pain, which she once described as having to hide the truth from others while enduring betrayal in private. Thompson's actions, however, unfolded with even greater visibility. As Khloé prepared to welcome their first child, reports of Thompson's cheating surfaced, forcing those close to her into an impossible position. One family member later recalled that no one felt brave enough to tell Khloé the truth so close to her due date, knowing how fragile the moment was. The situation escalated further when the name Jordyn Woods dominated headlines, placing Khloé once again under intense scrutiny. She spoke openly about the difficulty of processing betrayal while the world watched, acknowledging how public opinion amplified personal pain. The saga reached its most devastating point when Thompson admitted to fathering a child with Marilee Nichols while still in a relationship with Khloé. The repeated nature of these betrayals inflicted lasting emotional wounds. For Khloé, healing meant confronting heartbreak not in silence, but under relentless attention, highlighting the cost of public relationships. Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner. The end of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's marriage shocked many who had viewed them as one of Hollywood's most stable and grounded couples. For nearly a decade, they represented an image of balance, two successful actors managing fame, family, and parenthood with apparent grace. Their relationship was often praised for its calm, low-key nature in an industry known for volatility. Behind that composed exterior, however, cracks were quietly forming. Rumors began circulating that Affleck had developed an inappropriate relationship with the couple's children's nanny. Although neither Affleck nor Garner ever confirmed an actual affair, the allegation quickly became inseparable from the public narrative surrounding their separation. Media attention intensified, and the story spread widely, shaping how their breakup was perceived. Garner later addressed the situation with notable restraint, explaining that their marriage had faced deeper, more complex issues than the public ever understood. She emphasized that no one needed to direct anger toward Affleck on her behalf, a statement that reflected both maturity and emotional composure. Despite this, the nanny rumor continued to linger, casting a long shadow over Affleck's public image and complicating his reputation as a devoted father. Their story illustrates how even unproven allegations can leave a lasting imprint. In Hollywood, the emotional aftermath of a breakup often extends far beyond the relationship itself, becoming part of cultural memory long after the marriage ends. Thanks for watching Hollywood Law Secrets. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for more untold stories.